Ladies and gentlemen, this is Exon. Now, recently, an update came in, which was actually last night, I know, because I had to update it before I got to play it. Now, new stuff, pretty much, has been added to Battlefront 2. Now, today we're going to have to explore all those differences. Now, I realized that on the update they've also introduced a new ship, and it is indeed Iden Versio's Starfighter. Now, I found that really cool, mostly because the dark side actually needs more ships, as you can clearly tell. There's more hero ships than there are villain ships. So I'm going to find that really interesting, so I'm going to have to unlock this Starfighter and test it out. So that is, I find is really interesting. But I find one thing that I find is very annoying. Now, Boba Fett has been given a nerf for his rocket barrage, which I find is pretty stupid in my opinion, considering I've never had a problem with his rocket barrage at all. And to be honest, I think it's fair in my opinion. But, you know, some people just complain, like, just being a little bitch about it, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, Boba Fett got nerfed all because of his rocket barrage. Now, to be honest, I found him alright before. I mean, his rocket barrage that is actually quite powerful balances out towards how much health he has. Now, I reckon out of all the heroes and villains in the whole game, Boba Fett has the crappiest health that any of them has. But that's mostly because of his jetpack. But I found that that nerf was unnecessary, as I've never had a problem and never cried like a little bitch because of Boba Fett. But there's two characters that I strongly believe need a nerf, like it has to be done. And that is Palpatine, of course, because his lightning is bullshit. And he's just fucking annoying.
Not invulnerable if you have a group of daring, resourceful resistance fighters on your side. With me? Here's the plan. Ion disruptors to soften them up, ski speeders and artillery to take them out. Go. Buy our people time to escape.
Would have to be Chewbacca. Now, Chewbacca is broken as hell, in my opinion, as his bowcaster does shitloads of damage. Yes. And when he uses his Furious Rage, it's like rapid fire with explosive shots, and it's just fucking annoying. So, if anything, those two characters need a fucking nerf. Like, very bad. And now we go to the next fucked up thing, which I found pissed me off. Now, we all know how good Heavy is.
ADM-6 weakened. Ski speeders, go.
Now look at his sentry. Just look how quickly it just runs out. Oh wait, never mind. That doesn't fucking help at all. Fuck you. Anyway,
I'm with you.
Heavy's been known to have his really good sentry. Now, the thing is, that's one of the reasons why I picked Heavy in the first place. I found his sentry really good and useful. But now, anyway, but now his sentry is nerfed to the point where it's fucking useless.
Pile it on. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Like, you could be standing there spraying all day against the walkers, for example, and this fucking happens. When you go to fire, it doesn't last long at all. Let's just
I hold the line.
Anyway, you could kind of see where I'm coming from.
Let's go.
That his sentry doesn't last long at all, and it makes it a little bit like almost to the point where it's impossible to get a kill.
Laying down covering fire.
See? Look how quickly it just deteriorates. Like, what the hell? Like, because of that, I found Heavy pretty much useless now. And Heavy is one of my favorite characters. Like, or classes to play as. And because of this, it's really annoying. Oh shit. So now, I've had to change my favorite class to the Assault now.
Engage your monoski to stabilize, accelerate, and hang on. Walker impaired, ski speeders move in. Artillery, fire.
Oh god. What the hell? Anyway. So, I found that very disappointing. I mean, if anything, if they wanted to nerf it, they should at least halve its duration of what it had originally. I mean, if they did that, it would actually make a bit more sense. Yeah, I'm not gonna play as that.
Let's do this.
Yeah, like, I'm actually considering Specialist now because of this. I mean, now I've just not liked Heavy at all. The thing is, people complain saying it was...
closing in.
People complain saying it was broken. I mean, really? I don't see how.
Running scrambler.
First order reinforcements arriving. It's only one person.
Yeah, so... I'm a bit annoyed with that, actually.
Sharp.
But there are a few things that I actually liked about it, as for example, the Moss Eisley map has given a nighttime mode, pretty much, which that's all about, which I found was really cool. Fuck. So hopefully we actually get to see that. And Crate, actually, has been put onto Blast, which I found out yesterday, straight after I updated the game and found out all
Stop
of the
that ATM-6 before it gets to the base.
new... Oh, what the hell? Yeah, and they've actually changed the cost of the Death Troopers, for example, from 3,000 to 2,000, and the Rocket Troopers to 750, which I found was actually pretty good. Fuck. Because, you know, know, it's actually a bit hard to play as those, and considering as soon as you save up that much to begin with, fuck off. Like when you save up that much to begin with, and you pretty much spawn in and you die, that kind of pisses people off. So I'm actually glad they've made it a bit cheaper. Anyway. But yes. Oh wait, no, they've changed it. Never mind. Okay. Oh wait, no, this is Blast. I'm sorry. My mistake. In Blast, they've changed its cost. But yeah.
Just landed.
Oh my god,
Be
please
careful.
get up.
Fall back. Those turrets are done. This fight's about to get up close and deadly.
But yeah, I'm actually quite annoyed that for what they did to Heavy Sentry. After all, I actually like it. But you know, you get people who
First
just
Order moving in
complain.
on a key position in the mine hangar. We can't cede control.
And also, I heard that Takadana and Jakku, those maps in Galactic Assault have been given ATS. So that is actually really cool. But I would much very like to try the Mos Eisley map, where it's at night time. That'll be really cool. But yeah, I'm actually very annoyed on most of the things that happen towards this update and new patch. But other things I'm actually quite happy with.
Your back.
We need backup in the mine hangar.
But
The mine hangar may soon be lost. We need your help.
holy shit, well that guy's drilled into Bosco.
Both shadows of history. Fall back further into the mine.
But I also heard that they nerfed Finn a bit, as, you know, making him not do so much damage like he did before, which I found was actually really good. Because
Give up. There's always a chance. Protect the power generators so we can seal the blast doors and cover our escape.
Because that's one of the reasons why I found Finn was a bit annoying.
A First Order commander has arrived.
But yeah, I strongly believe that Palpatine should be nerfed, as his lightning is really annoying, like to the point where it just pisses you off constantly.
Right out. Generator inoperative. Lights holding.
Let's go.
Yeah, and now because of what they've done, I'm playing as Assault. Now, originally I didn't actually like playing as Assault. I kind of hated it.
I'm with you.
They've also nerfed the Wookiee Warrior, which I found is actually really good, because the Wookiee Warrior was quite annoying. It was almost like a version of Chewbacca, where it just had, the only thing about it was just...
One generator left.
Yeah, but anyway. So I guess that was actually pretty good, I reckon.
Tried our best. First order won, but we sure gave him a hell of a fight.
To be honest, this patch is okay. But I actually saw a video about all the new things, and I've actually told them, well, my opinion. And one person was just like, oh my god, the only reason you don't like that is because everyone's not actually like big, massive people that just complain. Which I find is the worst thing that happens towards the Battlefront community, is people just complain. Like, shut the fuck up, no one cares. Alright? Like, if you're gonna complain like it, make a complaint, but also tell them what would be necessary just to make it fair, not to the point where it's fucking useless. For example, Heavy Sentry. I mean, I get why people say it's broken, it's because it does a lot of damage, but to be honest, you can dodge that quite easily, in my opinion. And to be honest, it actually takes a while for you to actually aim it towards a certain target. I mean, the best thing about Heavy Sentry in the first place was for the MTTs and the ATSTs. I mean, the AT-ATs. Which I found was actually really good about it. But now that's gone, it actually makes it almost impossible to even get close to destroying the AT-ATs and the MTTs. Because I don't think I've ever seen a match other than Endor when you can actually destroy them on the first phase. Like, Endor on the second phase when you get the AT-AT, it's a bit easy to try to actually destroy it. But maps like this, like, you might as well just give up. There's no point in destroying them. And now that they've gotten rid of the supercharged sentry, they've actually just guaranteed that the first phase is just pointless. I reckon they should have just left it, in my opinion. But if people are still complaining, well, I guess what they should have done is at least halve its duration that it had originally.
Squad assignment accepted.
Like, if that would be a bit more balanced, in my opinion. But, you know, like I said, people are just complaining constantly. Like, seriously, shut the fuck up. That's why many games in this world are gone to shit, because people are just complaining about the slight things that don't really matter.
that this does not recur. MTTs at checkpoint 1, proceeding toward the cruiser.
So now, there's just no point, in other words. So, this video is pretty much just me complaining. I mean, I sound almost hypocritical, but it's to the point where what I say makes sense to when people complain. They're just complaining because they're just shit at the game. Oh my god, really? Oh god, I don't have time for this bullshit. Oh, fuck that.
Damage to one transport.
But I'm just gonna keep spinning on our side. Fuck's sake. Oh, there he is. Little shit. What the fuck? Yeah, so pretty much in this video you would say I would be complaining, but to be honest, I'm just... Oh, fuck. To be honest, what I'm saying actually makes sense towards the point where I've just...
Roger, roger.
They're making the game unenjoyable in some cases.
The multi-troop transports
Like,
are crossing
come on.
checkpoint 2.
What the hell? So like, to be honest, I'll be playing as either like heavy or something right now, and doing pretty good. But now
Ion weapons penetrating
I have
NTP
no choice
defenses.
but to abandon heavy.
Roger, roger.
And now I'm stuck playing things like Officer and shit.
Transport hit. Clear for grenade.
So, basically the moral of this thing, like, if you want to save the way how games are, like, many good games have fallen because of... Fucking hell, what the hell is that bullshit? Oh my god.
B1 unit activated. I'm ready to go. Because when people complain, it just ruins everything.
Like, just because, like, you're either shit at the game and is complaining like a little bitch, like typical 12-year-olds, then you should just go kill yourself. Like, that's just the main thing here. Just kill yourself. Because you're just... No one wants you here. If you're just gonna be a complaining, criticizing little prick. Like, seriously, just fuck off.
On target. Enemy disruptors effective. MTT damage.
No.
Forming squad.
See, look, I'm doing really shit. Whereas if Heavy was left alone, I would actually be going really good. And that's most of the reasons why now I'm just gonna fall straight to heroes versus villains. I actually enjoy that game mode.
Transport
Where
damage.
now
Clone
I'm
disruptor on target.
like, what the fuck have they done? Lots of people going on saying, yeah, this is great, but to be honest, it's like, no. Because those kinds of people obviously don't play that fast. And they're just complaining because they just get wrecked all the time because how stupid they are. The only way to actually make a game enjoyable is just by playing it and get good at it. Oh, fuck, two buster. Fuck you.
Transport hit.
So I think
Republic ally
one
arriving.
good thing I
Big
think they have
trouble.
listened to is that now that if you can see the MTT is actually a bit weaker and the iron disruptors do a bit more.
Both transports have been hit bad.
Well, it didn't fall well for that guy.
Squad
But
assignment
still,
accepted.
like, don't make games worse. If you're gonna tell people what they need to improve, just don't complain about saying, oh, please nerf this because it annoys me. Seriously, that's not a fucking excuse.
Ion damage to one transport.
Like, just because you get, like, just because you're, like, shit at the game and you die to it, doesn't mean it's broken. It just means you're shit. And to be honest, look what happened to Dead Space. Like, let's just bring that in. People complained so much about that game to the point where
Ally landing.
it's gone forever. Like, the only way you can play Dead Space again is, like, just by playing it on the old console. Like Dead Space is gone forever now because people complain. And, like, even now, people still complain about Battlefront 2, which I've noticed. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's great. But now, because people are complaining, it's now ruining it for everyone. And I'm just saying this actually is ruining it for everyone. Like, many people I've seen from this new update have actually put on saying that that Battlefront 2 has been ruined for them because of it. Sucks it. See ya. Fuck.
Roger.
But I've seen many games go to shit because people complain. And many games that I found was good, like, have been ruined, if that makes sense. Like, my version of good game is that I'm not one of those people that criticize everything. I just play the fucking game. I don't complain all the time because
Rearming for close attack.
got it.
Explosive online on the West Juggernaut.
But
B1 unit activated.
like, seriously, why can't people just play the game, enjoy the game, and don't complain about it?
Detonation triggered.
Like,
Juggernaut
come on.
inoperable.
Like, if there's something you don't like about the game, don't fucking play it. That's the moral of this whole thing right now. It's like, if you don't like it, don't play it. It's like when people go to watch a movie. People say, oh, this movie's shit because this and that, rah rah rah. Like, well, how do you actually know if it's shit? I mean, if you want to watch it, just watch the movie, alright? Don't let other people ruin it for you.
B1 unit activated. Ally on site.
What? That's what that means. Just do it! Don't even give a shit what people say, right? That's
Area control.
what people should do. Oh fuck, that guy just...
Roger.
And this is for like everyone who's watching, even though like not many people actually are onto my channel yet. But I will say this, just don't bother complaining about games, just enjoy it for what it is. And if there is a massive problem that you can see, that's when you step in and say something. Like, don't just complain about every little thing.
Squad assignment accepted.
Like, the only thing I see worth complaining is about, for example, Heavy's Supercharged Sentry. Like, that thing was actually really good, and I've never had a problem. Every time I got killed by it, I don't go, it must need a nerf, it's broken. Like, I don't fucking do that. Whereas if Chewbacca, everyone could fucking see them broken. And, like, Palpatine, massively broken. Like, which, you know, you can obviously tell in one of my videos.
West turbo tank secured. Explosive online. They took our bomb. West turbo tank resecured by the enemy.
Got him!
I have allotted time for your failures, but not unlimited
Come on,
time.
Oh well, we've lost. But, like,
Our forces are
that's,
diminished
if you're gonna
and the
complain,
Republic cruiser
complain
is
about
ready to
something that
launch.
is
The operation
blindly
has
obvious
failed.
that needs fixing, not something small. Like, to be honest, one of the patches things which someone found out is people complained about how the C2, oh, this is to be honest, the gun that I was using as assault, that gun, people complained about how it sounds. Like, really? Are you that fucking retarded? A gun is allowed to sound however the fuck it wants to sound like. Like, seriously. Why would you complain about the way it sounds? Like, you'd have to be a proper fucking critic to, like, go around, find little things that you don't like, and just parade about it. Like, just being a massive attention seeker. Like, oh, attention seeker, attention please. Like, come on. People like that should just, here, do us a favor, just twist your neck until it goes black, and then you've done the job right. Like, just fucking do it. Like, just piss off. You're making things really fucking, like, worse. In fact, you should, like, actually go around to people and say the things that you enjoyed about the game, and say that you like this because of such and such, instead of going around, oh, I don't like this, it's broken, you have to nerf it to the point where it's useless. Heavy Sentry. See, look at it. It's beautiful.
What the trooper?
See, I'm just...
We've got a full-scale invasion of Kashyyyk going on. Separatists want to stop us from launching our fleet. They're
Hey,
sending a
come
strike
on.
team to one of our cruisers nearby. We'll intercept the multi-troop transport carrying their droids. Gotta use ion
One of the most
disruptors to do any real
worst
damage.
things that
Get
people
to it.
do. I'm going to say this, it's mostly 12-year-olds. I mean, they haven't evolved to the point where you can get good at a game. Fuck. I wonder if the actually original Sentry works. I don't know. Increased rate. Okay, I don't know why that's so. I don't know, let's just do this. Let's see if this, if standard Sentry is still the same. Let's just test that out.
Droid rushing in.
What the fuck? What a dickhead.
Back at it.
Like,
Entities crossing checkpoint 1.
I will say, I found that when they made a nighttime variant of Mos Eisley, I found that really cool. I found that, like, fucking amazing. And how they added Crate, its own map for Blast. That I found was really cool as well. Okay, never mind, they actually didn't change the range of the iron disruptors. Which I reckon they should. I mean, it's making it impossible to even destroy these things, like I said. Like, these games... now it's turned Kashyyyk into what my favourite one was.
Let's see how transport under disruptor fire.
Oh look, it's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the same. So, the question is, why the fuck did they keep this one the same, but left...
Scored a solid hit.
But they left the other, like, the explosive one and all the other ones to shit. Like, come on, why? They should have just been left alone. Congratulations, people. Yeah, but like I said, we should blame the 12-year-old.
Right. Damage to the MTT! Got to overload them. Keep firing.
Like, it's, I have to say, like, that's where Infinite Warfare went wrong. Is because they asked their 12-year-old fan base of how they believe Infinite Warfare is, like, how Call of Duty should go, and they said they wanted space battles and shit. Like, what the hell? And they've got the loot boxes that are broken. Like, where they've actually just fucking, like, like, the rarity is to the point where everything's broken and just overpowered. Whereas off in this game, the star cards are only, like, slight buffs. Fuck's sake. Wait, what? Oh, they did make it 2000. Alright, never mind.
Got your back.
But still, like, you have to be stupid to ask 12-year-olds how to make a game better. Why don't you ask people who are, like, fans of the game and actually know what needs fixing and what should be left the same? Because it's, what the hell?
Good news. Superior reinforcements landing. Heavy guns ready.
I'm gonna have to stick to this one now. It's just the standard. Even though I can't really get kills, but the main point is I'm gonna have to use it towards the MTPs.
zone. Go, I got your back. Multi-troop transport taking ion fire.
See? If I had my original sentry, that probably would have killed him. But if I had the one now, it wouldn't have done jack shit. 'Cause all you have to do is dodge once, and then it's like, oh, overheated. Oh. I've now lost my employment now. Fuck, that guy came out of nowhere.
Let's go.
Like, this would be a message to, like, Dice and everything. Could you, like... I wish you left us, to be honest. I mean... if you're gonna balance out things, balance it the way that you would think would make sense.
Assessing damage.
Like, if you're gonna listen to like 12-year-olds who are like, oh, they're complaining, oh quick, they're complaining, they don't like the game, we must fix it so therefore we can have more supporters, like, fuck. Huh, Ice Cream Man's here. Anyway, besides the point.
Stay together.
Like... if 12-year-olds weren't bad enough... Fuck,
They're
there's a
your ally
two
taken to the battlefield.
Fuck you. Like, when 12-year-olds weren't bad enough...
Solid hit on the MTT.
Fuck you. Like, 12-year-olds have already ruined games enough as it is by squealing into your headphones, just being plain annoying to the point where they've like, you're just cringing at them, just going, what the hell? Like, where are your parents? Like, I want to tell your parents, like, what the fuck are you doing? Your kid's been an absolute arse in the gaming community. Like, could you, like, please tell them to stop? Funny old shit. Look what you did to Boba Fett. You fucking ruined him. And you're left to walk free, like, fucking hell. Ha, my kill.
Charges planted. He's stuck it out under threat. Charge online.
Got him! Alright, so I guess now because this sentry actually is a bit decent, I'm actually starting to like Heavy. Like, at least they didn't fuck up the standard.
Powers pointing in the
I mean, where every other one is fucked. And Oh, cool. Kill assist. Yep, I should have stayed away from that door.
For our brothers.
Like, the good thing about the supercharged sentry is you could destroy those tanks with it. Like, that's how good it was. I mean, like, you have, like, things like, Officer, where by using his battle command, he gets points from it. Like, what? Like, people now are just gonna camp. Yeah, like, people now are just gonna camp.
Got your back.
With Officer.
Superior
And
ally on the battlefield.
as soon as they see someone, they just give them a battle command and they get like 200 points from it, and the recharge time is very quickly. Like, wow.
Get me a squad. Resecure the West Juggernaut.
Oh, I really should not. Yeah, I'm not going to anyway. That was just a sign. Don't play as Chewbacca.
This bleeding is pointless. Juggernaut's lost. We'll fall back and fight at the cruiser itself. They'll try to blow the fuel pipes, front and rear. Go to repel them for good. Fight for order. Fight for the Wookiees. Just fight long enough to win.
Yeah, well, now I think I've just lost my interest in... What the hell?
Superior ally deployed to our site.
Oh. Oh, I'm not gonna play as Chewbacca, no.
Let's do
I should play as Lando. Lando's good. I still need another 1,100 points, but I'm sure we'll get there. But, like I said before, this patch had good qualities about it, and it also has, it's really fucked up, and shit. Oh look, it's a cult thing. Ah, no, he's dead. Haha, fuck you. That's what you get for being a scrotum-faced pedophile.
Faggots have wired the front fuel
What the
pipes.
fuck are you doing? Well, I'm surprised that this guy even played as Boba Fett.
Detonation imminent. We'll lose the front pipes.
I've got an idea.
I think they've actually made it a bit easier to get points now, I think. But still, it's no
Close the rear
excuse.
fuel pipe.
Dodge. Dodge. Oh my god, what are you guys doing? The worst thing about Heroes is that they should just go in and fucking explore the place.
We lose the rear pipe. This cruiser's in trouble.
No, I'm not even gonna bother now. I've just given up. We've already lost. Ugh.
No shame in losing to these numbers. All forces.
Well, this game mode was. Oh, this was terrible. Anyway. So for all those people who agree that this patch had many bad things about it, then just say so. Otherwise, if you're gonna be one of those people that criticize, you know, like saying, "Oh, stop complaining. This is a really good thing." Like, really? Like, I agree. Many things about it are good, but other things have just brought it to the point where it's useless. Like I said. But anyway, I guess that's it. Well, I'm gonna make a video about heroes versus villains after this, just to make it something good. Alright? And I will play as Chewbacca just to show you how broken he is, just to prove my point. Alright, well that's it. See ya. Hope you all enjoy the video. So, goodbye.